Are the Texans, going back to the running backs, are they kind of in no man's land in that some would say 25 too early, and then at 58 you're kind of, I mean, you might be out of luck, because I think that running back run is eventually going to happen. So is that kind of a
but I like that secondary run too, Landry, that you can go, because in my mock at 89, I ended up taking Dylan Sampson from out of Tennessee. He's SEC Offensive Player of the Year. He's got a ton of speed. I mean, you give him an opening, he's gone.
Not much wear and tear. He actually went to the same high school as the Reed brothers and Landon Collins.
Yeah, so I like this guy, and I think he's a guy you could probably get at 89. I like Cam Scatterboo, but I know what I'm going to get with Cam. I think Cam's a better athlete than people think, but I think his running style is just hammerheadish. Yeah. Bayshell Tootin out of Virginia Tech. He's got 4.3 speed, but he fumbles a damn ball. Yeah. But I think I like the group of running backs, even 89 and beyond. Now, the tough part is a lot of these guys from 89 to 166 are gonna come off the board at that point. I think Brashard Smith probably comes off the board from SMU, gives you a lot of receiver qualities. The guy that I really like is RJ Harvey from out of UCF. And I think he's probably going to go in that 110 to 120 range. You miss out on a guy. Jarquez Hunter from Auburn. For some reason, don't ask me why, I have felt like Jarquez Hunter was going to be a Texan from jump, and I don't know why. But I think he's in that same range. DJ Giddens is probably in the 100 to 110 range. You know, a guy like Taj Brooks, I think, is probably 140 to 150. So a lot of the guys you're going to end up probably those running backs in that kind of next group you may miss out on. But you might have a guy that falls for some reason that you got to, okay, why did this guy fall? Did Trevor Etienne fall to us because people are worried about the background? Or does Trevor Etienne go where he should go, which is probably in the 80s? So I think you might, if you are going to go running back, because you've got this gap from 89 to 166. And that's why I don't mind moving down with that 25th pick, because I would really like to have a pick at 110. And that to me, if I had a pick at 110, I probably would feel more comfortable with taking whatever best player available I could get at 89, and then eyeing up a running back, maybe looking at, an athletic safety that could come in. I know the secondary's got a lot of love. I get all that. If I haven't taken a defensive lineman at that point, maybe that's a point at 110 where I get a CJ West from out of Indiana. Somebody like that I could look at would be a really, steal at that particular point. Jamari Caldwell from Oregon. But I've got that big gap, so I think that's going to be tough. But I think that's where kind of that secondary sweet spot for running backs with Jarquez Hunter, DJ Giddens, Trevor Etienne, RJ Harvey, Brashad Smith. I think that's where that happens. So if they do want to look at running back, I think it might be 79, 89. If they wait till 166, obviously the options are going to be much more limited. But I still think there's opportunity for Woody Marks from USC, who I really like. I like Woody Marks. Tough dude. He's at Mississippi State. He's playing on one leg, and they couldn't get him out of the game. So I just think there are options in this running back room that you still can get, but just not quite. If I had to pick at 110 or I had to pick at 120, maybe I get a Devin Neal from Kansas. Maybe I can get RJ Harvey to fall to me at that particular point. So Ja'Cory Krosky-Merritt from out of Arizona, who I think is being slept on. I love him at New Mexico. So that's where I'd like to have that opportunity to take. If I'm taking a running back, I'd like to be in that group from 89 to 166. So, Nick's worked some magic before, so maybe he'll do it again and end up, moving 25 down to 31, trading with the Chiefs maybe, and then picking up some of that fourth round lanyap, if you will. But that's where I'd like to see them, if they were going to do something, do it at that spot.
Man, I got to get me a Judkins or something like that. I need two backs. I'm depressed. I'm depressed with those possibilities. Cody's happy. I'm just like, I would take a running back in the first round. That's kind of where I'm at. I'm there, John.
You want a running back for a long ass time, man.
I always want a running back.